Alright, welcome back to episode 2 of turning my $500 Civic into a $5,000 Civic. So, as you can see, we're currently in the Civic driving, which means in the last episode, which was the first episode of the build series, we went and picked this thing up for 580 bucks. We found a whole nother spare motor and trans for 300 bucks, and we got this thing running and driving, as you can see. Basically, I've been driving this thing around a few places already, and it's actually really nice to drive. So, the first thing we're going to be doing today, in today's video, is I've got the old engine and trans, a whole bunch of other metal stuff that I had laying around in my shop, and I'm taking it up to the scrapyard and seeing how much I can get for all of the goodies back there. So my guess is I'm going to get $65, so let's see if we hit that. So, just got the ticket here. We ended up having 168 kilos of metal in the back of the old Civic here, and we got $72.50 for it, so it's more than I thought. Yeah, that might be able to pay for the paint maybe for the fenders, so we'll see. So in the last clip you saw us drop off the old engine, the old transmission, and a bunch of other metal that I just had laying around, and although it doesn't look it, I've got a bunch more space now and a bit more room to do my thing. But basically this whole video is going to be about making this thing look a ton better. So the first thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be attacking some bodywork and this rust kind of section back here. Quickly, before we get into the work, I just wanted to show you guys my new shirt that I dropped. This is my first round of merchandise, but yeah, this is the zerostarsafety do it once, do it good enough t-shirt. It is live on the website now. I'll leave a link in the description. I'll put the link right here. But yeah, if you want to go and support the channel, these are $50 New Zealand. And if you're local to Wellington, I'll be personally dropping them off. If not, it's $7 shipping nationwide. And I also do worldwide shipping, which is pretty cool. I'm not too sure what the plan of attack is yet, but you can see someone's tried fixing it, done a bad job or whatever, but basically get the tail light out, assess the damage, and then fill, prime, whatever. I bought some paint for it today. That cost me about 300 bucks, so not cheap, but hopefully I can do a good job of it. So as you can see, once I had this tail light out, you can see the true extent of the damage and the old crappy work that has been done beforehand. Once we're done that, we can just go ahead and sand back all of the old dodgy Bondo. And that of course left us with a pretty wavy quarter panel, so here I am putting in a pretty thick layer of Bondo over top just to fill in any low spots there. From my experience, laying it on pretty thick like this is usually the way to go when it comes to evening out a surface, and as you can see, it all just sands back quite nicely and leaves that nice and smooth. So because I've done quite a lot of work to this rear quarter panel, I'm going to have to paint the entire panel, so here I am scuffing up the entire panel with 320 grit. And then I also do the same to the fenders that I bought, as well as the hood. So once all the panels were prepped, I then masked off the area that I wanted to spray, and I started mixing up some paint. And then of course I went ahead and tried spraying the base coat. Alright, so as you can see, we have it sanded back down. We've taken a majority of our base coat back off this panel because it just really laid like absolute crap. There's runs, weird material build-up, cracking, all that sort of good stuff. But I think really what the main problem is, we just never really took good care of this gun. So this gun is absolutely clapped. There's a few blocked things. The material would dribble. I even lost the cap for it. So what I did, went to Bunnings and I've grabbed a $50 Ryobi gun, and I genuinely think this will fix all our issues. From what I hear, it's not too much about the gun, it's more about how you set it up. So, and of course our second shot at laying the base coat went a lot smoother. The new gun seemed to make all the difference, and I was really happy with how it turned out. And with that, I came back the next morning, the base coat was dry, and it was now time to lay some clear coat. I was really happy with how the clear coat sprayed. It was spraying nice and thick and really even, but while I was spraying, for some reason the tip of the gun kept on getting clogged. So here you can see me a few times in this video just clearing it out and then we go back to laying some nice even strokes. So it's actually a couple of days later here, and you can see the paint turned out quite well, apart from there's a few specks and stuff from dust falling into it, and there's also one run here. So I'm going to be hitting it with a wet sand, got some warm soapy water, and seeing if I can buff it out. How shiny this part is, and then it goes nice and flat here, so we'll be able to polish this out and get it looking really good. So for this I'm using the simple method of a cutting compound and the buffing pad. This buffing pad cost me $50 from the warehouse, and it has served me very well. And as you can see, it produces amazing results. Alright, you can see we've just finished the cut and polish, and this is how it looks like on the part that we have polished, and then this is what it looks like on the part that we haven't polished. It's kind of hard to pick up on camera, but you can see all the orange peel, and when it comes here, it's just nice and clear. It looks really, really good. I'm super happy with that, and I'm super tempted to actually just cut and polish the entire car. Right, so moving on, here you can see we bolt up the freshly painted hood as well as take off the old bumper. This then gives us a chance to take off both of the old fenders, and I'll chuck in a quick clip here of what the old fenders used to look like. As you can see on both sides, they're absolutely clapped and in desperate need of replacing, so that is what we did. The new fenders we got for it, however, were both different colours, so one was black, one was a different colour white too, so we also sprayed those into the factory white. And as you can see, this front end came out looking brand new. I love it. The white is like a little bit different, but all in all, the car looks so much better than it used to. I'm so stoked with that. Right, on to the next thing. We're going to be cleaning up the rest of the car. So as you can see, these are obviously brand new and clean, and then the other panels are really dirty. So hopefully when we clean it up, it should look a bit better. So as you can see, the Civic is looking a little bit sad. I went to go get the windscreen replaced, and the place took out the windscreen, and then when they took it out, they found quite a bit of rust on each corner of the windscreen here. So they've then given it back to me, and now it's my task to fix up the rust, which I have done. I've sanded all the rust back, and I've got it sitting in rust primer at the moment, and then I'll be able to go in and kind of seal it all up Just put a quick layer of body filler just to smoothen out kind of the roughness of it all. This is what the windscreen place said to do after I've sealed it up. So I've just got that drying. I will then sand it back and then put a little bit of paint over it, over top of it, just to be done with that job. And then, but in the meantime, I'm going to be trying to install this lip, which I picked off some random SUV at Pick-a-Part. So hopefully it'll look all good. Man, oh man, I am so stoked with this bloody lip. I think it looks bloody awesome for something that is not meant to go on this car. It fits perfectly, aside from the fact that it's a little bit short. Maybe I can chop it at an angle or something, but I'm going to leave it as is for now. For 10 bucks from the old Pick-a-Part, cannot go wrong. It's worth the gamble 100%. So while we got the paint and stuff out, I decided I'm just going to redo this part here. There's a bit of, I think someone had sanded it back and there's a bit of like rust kind of forming. Not rust, but just bare metal that had slight surface rust on it. So I've just sanded it back, given it a quick coat of paint, and then chuck some clear coat on it and we'll call it a day. But yeah, this is how the windscreen kind of part turned out. This is exactly how the windscreen place wanted it. So yeah, pretty happy with that. So, as you can see, we are currently taking the Civic down to the bloody windscreen place, and I'm driving it there without a windscreen because I got no other choice. So, got the old sunnies on. Oh, it's so cold, but make it do. So, it's a few days later after that last clip, and as you can see, we've got the brand new windscreen all installed. It's got a brand new trim on it. And that came out really nice. I'm super happy with that. And then we also have got this whole front end buttoned up and polished, and I think it came out really nice. So over the past few days I've been working at trying to get this car to pass a WOF, and it did so. So I had to take it in 3 or 4 times to get it checked and then rechecked with a bunch of miscellaneous little things, like the seat was a little bit loose. It had a lot of bulbs blowing and stuff, so I've fixed it all and I've got it to pass a roadworthy inspection. So that's a massive bonus, and it just goes to show just how far this car has come since I've owned it in the couple of weeks that I have owned it. Now the next job I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be polishing up the rest of the car. So obviously there's brand new paint here and then the whole front end, and it looks a bit odd because, as you can see, this is the factory color and then this color is so off. So there's a lot of oil, grease, dirt, yellowness to it, and we'll polish it all back and make it look a whole lot better.
As I'm slaving away here polishing up the car, I just want to give a quick shameless plug to my Instagram here. So yeah, I post daily content on updates on all the builds, all the cars, and I also post a lot of other entertaining stuff too. So yeah, zerostarsafety is the account name if you want to go check it out.
One last modification for the video, and boom. Man, has this car come a long way in this video. I'm so bloody happy. The paint looks so good. Same with the rear quarter, looks great. And I'm so happy that it finally passed a WOF. Like, I picked this car up for 500 bucks and it was absolutely clapped, and now it looks like roadworthy and actually a good little car now. I have been actually driving this car around a fair bit as well, and it's super nice, super relaxing to drive, and yeah, it's actually looking pretty good at the moment. So as you may or may not know, this here is my EF3 B16 swap Civic. So I have been getting a heap of comments asking for an update basically on this car. So If you don't know the story, I actually B-swapped this thing about 2 years ago, and then I crashed it back in January, and I have only just been paid out from insurance almost 6 months later, which means that I can finally start work on this thing. So before then I wasn't able to fix it because they didn't know whether they're going to write it off or not. But basically I think what I'm basically going to be doing with it is I'm going to pull the whole engine out, all the running gear, and I'm going to fix it. I'm going to fix the core support needs to be replaced, and then I'm going to respray the bay. Also going to refresh the engine and all that, and then probably respray the whole car at the same time. So yeah, it's a massive project, and I'm going to get stuck into it straight after I finish that car. That's actually the main reason why I bought this Civic, was because this is going to be my daily driver whilst I take this thing completely apart and rebuild it basically. So yeah, massive thing to look forward to on the channel, and I hope you guys are as excited as I am to work on it. So at the beginning of today's video, I told you guys that we're going to be transforming the Civic from a $500 Civic to a $5,000 Civic. And I can confidently say, with all the work that we've done, we've raised the value to around $2,000. We've completely had a makeover on the exterior of the car. We've replaced the engine, we've got it running and driving perfectly, and we've even got it roadworthy, which is massive. That means in the next video that you guys see, we're going to be taking it from a $2,000 Civic to a $5,000 Civic, and I'm so excited. We've got a whole bunch of mods that we can do to the suspension. We got wheels, we've got exterior mods, we've also got a whole bunch of interior modifications and upgrades that we're going to be doing in the next video. So yeah, you guys will not want to miss that. So if you made it this far in the video, then I know you've really enjoyed it. So yeah, if you scroll down a little bit, tap that like button, because it does really go a long way. And while you're there, make sure you hit that subscribe button too, because you do not want to miss out on the next video. And also don't forget, you can buy your merch and support me and the channel. It's the first link in the description. But yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one. Cheers.